Hello, dear all. Welcome to Ibrahima Ngom Attitude YouTube channel. So please subscribe to my channel if you need some advice, some coaching, some training, some lessons online. Ceux qui sont intéressés par des cours en ligne en anglais et en informatique, faites-moi signe. Voilà, au premier numéro 77 578 75 57. Et voilà, nous pourrons travailler ensemble pendant les vacances, pendant l'année scolaire aussi, sur des leçons de reading comprehension, de grammaire et du coaching pour la préparation des concours en anglais, Inch'Allah. En ce moment, nous sommes en train de travailler dans notre groupe WhatsApp pour préparer le concours CREM et UGB. Rejoignez-nous. Voilà, nous allons travailler comme on le fait en ce moment avec ces reading comprehension. Voici un texte qu'on a fait il y a cela quelques jours, 3-4 jours, on l'a fait. Et le deuxième texte d'aujourd'hui, today's text is about text number 2, football and politics when sport becomes a political tool. Donc nous allons seulement réviser, nous familiariser aux épreuves qu'on donne souvent au concours CREM, Reading Comprehension. Nous y voilà, text number 2, I'm sorry. So, text. Football has long been celebrated as a universal language, capable of bringing together people from different cultures, religions, and political beliefs. Yet, throughout history, governments and political leaders have frequently used the sport as a powerful instrument to promote national unity, strengthen political legitimacy, or project a positive image abroad. International tournaments often become occasions for states to showcase their achievement and reinforce patriotic sentiment. Paragraph 2. The relationship between football and politics becomes particularly visible during periods of political instability. Victories by national teams may temporarily divert public attention from economic crises, social unrest, or unpopular government policies. Political leaders often associate themselves with successful athletes in an attempt to gain public approval, while major sporting events can serve as platforms for diplomatic engagement or ideological competition between nations. However, the politicization of football also raises important ethical concerns. Critics argue that when governments manipulate sporting success for political purposes, the spirit of fair competition may be overshadowed by propaganda. Others contend that athletes should remain independent from political agenda and focus solely on their performance. Nevertheless, because football inspires deep emotional attachment among millions of supporters, it will likely remain an influential arena where sport and politics continue to intersect. So here is a text, very rich, okay? It is not long, but it is, rich in culture, in information, in grammar, in linguistics, in everything we need. So the first step is trying to understand the text. So if you have a text in front of you the day of the exam, the first step is understanding the text. Donc le conseil que je vous donne ici, c'est lorsque vous êtes devant un texte à l'examen, s'il vous plaît, avant de répondre aux questions, la première chose, c'est de vous familiariser au texte, de bien lire autant de fois que possible, de comprendre le texte à travers les mots-clés. Voici quelques mots-clés, pas quelques, mais beaucoup même. Je l'ai fait pour vous aider à mieux comprendre le texte parce que c'est la compréhension qui est la clé. So, football, okay? We talk about football. We don't talk about, immigration. We don't talk about pollution. We talk about football. And football is considered as a universal language. Le football est considéré comme un langage universel. From different cultures, religions and political beliefs. Donc le football peut rassembler les gens de religions différentes, de cultures différentes et des gens même qui ont des convictions politiques différentes. Le football peut les réunir. Et c'est pourquoi political leaders have frequently used the sport as a powerful instrument to promote national unity. Donc les politiciens qui sont intelligents utilisent fréquemment le sport, bien le football, comme un puissant instrument pour promouvoir l'unité nationale, ce qui est positif, ce qui n'est pas mauvais. Occasions for states to showcase their achievements and reinforce patriotic sentiment. C'est aussi des occasions, les tournois sportifs, pour les États de mettre en valeur leurs réalisations et de renforcer le sentiment patriotique. Paragraphe 2. The relation between football and politics. Le texte parle de la relation entre le football et la politique, ou bien entre les politiciens et les sportifs. Victories by national teams may temporarily divert public attention from economic crises, social unrest, or unpopular government policies. However, cependant, the politicization of football also raises important ethical concerns. Cependant, la politisation du football soulève également d'importantes préoccupations d'ordre éthique. À chaque fois qu'il y a le positif, il y a aussi le côté négatif. Governments manipulate sporting success for political purposes. Les gouvernements, qu'est-ce qu'ils font lorsqu'il y a un événement sportif comme la Coupe d'Afrique, la Coupe du Monde, les championnats de la jeunesse, les sports de la jeunesse? Donc, qu'est-ce que les gouvernements font? Les gouvernements exploitent les succès sportifs à des fins politiques. So, athletes should remain independent from political agenda and focus solely on their performances. Les athlètes, les footballeurs devraient rester indépendants des agendas politiques et se consacrer uniquement à leurs performances sportives. Donc, grosso modo, voici l'idée générale du texte. The gist of the text, or the main idea. The text explains how football and politics are closely connected, showing that governments often use football to promote national unity, strengthen their image, and influence public opinion, while this politicization also raises ethical concerns about the integrity of the sport. Donc voici l'idée générale du texte. J'espère que vous avez bien compris le texte. Si c'est le cas, nous allons passer aux questions. Reading comprehension questions. 1. According to the passage, football is often described as. Le football est souvent décrit comme quoi? A source of political conflict only, an outdated form of entertainment, a dangerous political activity, or a universal language that unites people. Le football est considéré comme quoi ici? Il est considéré comme comme une source de conflit politique uniquement, ou bien comme une forme de divertissement dépassé, ou c'est une activité politique dangereuse, ou un langage universel qui unit les peuples. Bien sûr, here the text says football has long been celebrated as a universal language capable of bringing together people from different cultures, religions, and political beliefs. So here the right answer is D, universal language. Number 2, governments often use football too. Les gouvernements utilisent le football souvent pour faire quoi? Reduce the number of sports competitions, promote national unity and political legitimacy, eliminate political debates, and encourage athletes to become politicians. Ici, le football fait quoi? Les gouvernements utilisent le football pour faire quoi? Dans quel but? Here, it is pour réduire le nombre de compétitions, ou B, promouvoir l'unité nationale, C, éliminer les débats politiques, ou bien D, encourager les athlètes à devenir des hommes et des femmes politiques. Qu'est-ce que dit le paragraphe 1? Governments and and political leaders have frequently used the sport as a powerful instrument to promote national unity, strengthen political legitimacy. So the right answer is B. Number 3. According to the passage, why do political leaders associate themselves with successful athletes? Come on. To leverage public approval, to improve athletics standards, to fund national programs, or to avoid diplomatic meetings. Ok? D'après le passage, les politiciens, ils s'associent aux athlètes, aux footballeurs dans quel but? So here, come on guys. Political leaders often associate themselves with successful athletes in an attempt to gain public approval. So it is to gain public approval. Donc ici c'est pour tirer parti de l'approbation du public. Ok? Pour profiter de. Number 4. What is the author's tone regarding the politicization of football? Quel est le ton ici? Est-ce que c'est un ton profondément cynique, deeply cynical, analytically objective? Est-ce que c'est objectif et analytique? C. Openly dismissive. Est-ce que c'est ouvertement méprisant? Or is it highly celebratory? Est-ce que c'est très élogieux? Le fait que le football soit politisé, the author presents both the benefits and drawbacks of the relationship between football and politics, without expressing strong personal emotions or taking an extreme position. L'auteur dit seulement qu'il y a des avantages à associer la politique et le football. L'auteur dit aussi qu'il y a aussi des inconvénients, mais l'auteur ne dit pas je suis pour ou contre. Il fait seulement une analyse objective. So here I think it is B. It is analytically objective. The tone is objective et analytique. Number 5. Which word could best replace content in the phrase others contend that athletes should remain independent? Ici, content veut dire quoi? Assert ou doubt? Deny ou forget? Content ici. Et cela veut dire content. D'abord, qu'est-ce que cela veut dire content? Content veut dire quoi? Content signifie quoi? D'abord, que signifie content en anglais? Content is to argue, to claim, to maintain, or to assert, or to insist. Non, la réponse est claire, c'est to assert, affirmer. Il y a des gens qui affirment que les athlètes devraient être indépendants. Ok? Ne devraient pas travailler en collaboration avec les politiciens. 6. The term propagande, as used in the third paragraph, implies that information is being shared for education. Est-ce que la propagande, c'est shared for education? Est-ce que la propagande, c'est deleted for security? Est-ce que la propagande, c'est verified for accuracy? Est-ce que la propagande, c'est biased for influence? L'information. So here, paragraph 3. The spirit of fair competition may be overshadowed by propaganda. L'esprit de fair play risque d'être éclipsé par la propagande. Propaganda means information or messages that are deliberately presented in a biased way to influence people's opinions or attitude. Ok? Une information biaisée, une information orientée, une information modifiée, trafiquée dans le but d'influencer l'opinion. Ça, c'est biased to influence. Number 7. Which statement is true? Politics and football are completely separate. Is it true? B. International tournaments have no political significance. Is it true? C. Athletes always support governments. Is it true? And D, football can influence public opinion. Is it true or false? Look at here. The last sentence of the text. Nevertheless, cependant, because football inspires deep emotional attachment among millions of supporters, it will likely remain an influential arena where sport and politics continue to interact. Okay? Parce que le football suscite un profond attachement émotionnel chez des millions de supporters, il est probable qu'il demeure un domaine d'influence où le sport et la politique continueront de se croiser. Answer here. The answer is D. Football can influence public opinion. It is true. So A and B and C are false. Only D is true. 8. The expression deep emotional attachment suggests that l'expression deep emotional attachment suggère que le football means little to supporters, creates strong feelings among fans, is losing its popularity, or is mainly enjoyed by politicians. Come on, have a look at this. Nevertheless, because football inspired this emotional attachment among millions of supporters, it will likely remain an influential arena where sports and politics continue to intersect. So here, the right answer is B. Creates strong feelings among fans. Number 9. The author's attitude towards the issue is best described as objective and analytical, emotional and biased, completely supportive, entirely opposed to football. Ici, qu'est-ce qu'on vous demande? L'attitude de l'auteur. L'attitude de l'auteur envers le thème. Et quel est le thème? La relation qu'il y a entre football et sport. Est-ce que l'auteur est seulement objectif? Est-ce que l'auteur a une analyse émotive et partiale? Une attitude, analyse et partiale. Ok? Est-ce que l'auteur est entièrement favorable, yes, à l'association du sport et de la politique? Ou bien est-ce que l'auteur is entirely opposed to football? L'auteur est totalement opposé au football? Est-ce que c'est ça la bonne réponse? So here, the author examines the relationship between football and politics by presenting both its positive aspects and its ethical concern without expressing a strong personal opinion. Donc jusqu'à la fin du texte, on ne sait pas de quel côté est l'auteur. On ne sait pas s'il est pour ou contre l'association du sport à la politique. Mais il parle du bon et du mauvais côté et c'est fini. So it is A. Objective and analytical. 10. According to the passage, some people believe athletes should. D'après le texte, certains pensent que les athlètes devraient become political leaders, avoid international competitions, remain independent from political agenda, or campaign for government's policies. So here, paragraph 3 says, others contend that athletes should remain independent from political agenda and focus solely on their performance. Ici, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Others contend that athletes should remain independent from political agenda and focus solely on their performance. Veut dire quoi? This clearly shows that some people believe athletes should stay away from politics. Les gens pensent que les athlètes devraient rester en dehors de la politique, s'éloigner même de la politique and concentrate on their sporting careers. So here, the right answer is C. Remain independent from political agendas. Number 11. The word overshadowed most nearly means. Le mot overshadows. Is it improved or replaced? Is it dominated or protected? overshadowed. Critics argue that when governments manipulate sporting success for political purposes, the spirit of fair competition may be overshadowed by propaganda. So here overshadows means to make something seem less important, less noticeable or less significant because something else is more prominent. So to make something seem less important, less noticeable or less significant. So it is to dominate. To dominate. Okay? Dominated. Number 12. The phrase political legitimacy refers to public acceptance of political authority, the legal ownership of football clubs, the political power, or athletes legally engaged in politics. So political legitimacy veut dire quoi ici? La légitimité politique. In the text, political legitimacy refers to the degree to which citizens accept, recognize government. Quand on dit un gouvernement est légitime, c'est qu'il est accepté par le peuple, il est accepté par les citoyens. Okay? Or a leader as having the right to exercise power. So here it is public acceptance of political authority. Number 13, the word project in the first paragraph is closest in meaning to go, present, move, delay. To project. Projeter une image. Quand on voit une fille qui s'habille de manière légère, elle projette une mauvaise image d'elle-même. Certains vont penser que c'est une fille facile. Donc ça veut dire quoi? It is here. Governments and political leaders have frequently used the sport as a powerful instrument to promote national unity, to strengthen political legitimacy, or project a positive image abroad. So the word project here means to present, to display, to communicate, or to show. Number 14. During political instability, football victories may. Lorsqu'il y a des crises politiques, le football peut increase existing economic problems or ban political discussions, draw attention away from national difficulties, or eliminate public criticism permanently. Donc, lorsqu'il y a une crise politique dans un pays, une instabilité politique, le football peut venir augmenter les problèmes économiques ou bien interdire les discussions politiques, détourner l'attention des gens sur les difficultés nationales. Est-ce que le football détourne l'attention des gens sur les problèmes politiques, sur les problèmes du quotidien, ou bien éliminer public criticism permanently, ou bien éliminer les critiques publiques d'une manière permanente, d'une manière définitive. So here, victories by national teams may temporarily divert. Donc ici c'est pas permanent, c'est temporarily divert public attention from economic crises, social unrest, or unpopular government policies. Here the right answer is to divert public attention, to draw people's attention away from existing problems. Number 15. Find in the text the English equivalents of the following French expressions. Renforcer l'unité nationale, les compétitions internationales, les crises économiques. Dans le texte, on va les voir dans le texte. So in the text, it is to promote national unity, the international tournaments, and the economic crisis. C'est pas difficile. Même chose, number 16. Number 16, c'est la même chose. Les politiques gouvernementales impopulaires, les préoccupations d'ordre éthique, renforcer la légitimité politique. So here is unpopular government policies, ethical concerns, strengthen political legitimacy. 17. Match the ideas in column A with the corresponding information in column B. Donc ici, on va associer les idées dans la colonne A aux informations à la colonne B, ceux qui vont ensemble. So here, number 1, football. Football is the. So one is the. Football is a universal language that brings people together. Est-ce que ça marche, les gars? Yes. It matches. Football is a universal language that brings people together. Donc 1 égale D. Number 2, international tournaments. International tournaments are opportunities for states to display their achievements. Number 3, victories by national teams may distract people from national problems. 3 is A. Number 4, critics think that politicians can overshadow fair competitions. Yes. So number 4 is E. Number 5 now is B, normally. So some people believe athletes should remain independent from political agenda. Question number 18. Match each paragraph with its main idea. Each paragraph and ideas. Here are the main ideas. Ethical concern about mixing football and politics. Idea B, football as a political tool during times of instability. And idea C, football as a force for unity and national image. So let us see the text. The first paragraph talks about football has long been celebrated as a universal language capable of bringing together people from different cultures, religion, and political beliefs. Yet, throughout history, governments and political leaders have frequently used the sport as a powerful instrument to promote national unity, strengthen political legitimacy, etc. So I think that this idea in paragraph 1 matches with idea C. Football as a force for unity and national image is talked in paragraph 1. Now let's go. Paragraph 2. The relationship between football and politics becomes particularly visible during periods of political instability. Victories by national teams may temporarily divert public attention from economic crisis, social unrest, etc. This idea matches with paragraph 2. Football as a political tool during times of instability. So you see, guys, A, ethical concern about mixing football and politics. However, the politicization of football also raises important ethical concerns. Critics argue that when governments manipulate sporting success for political purposes, the spirit of fair competition may be overshadowed by propaganda. This paragraph matches with the idea number 1, idea A, I'm sorry. So ethical concern about mixing football and politics is paragraph 3. Question 19. Complete the sentence with words from the box. Athletes should remain from political agendas. And here you select from approval, manipulate, instability, independent, and supporters. And the right word here is independent. Athletes should remain independent from political agendas. B, political leaders hope to gain public approval. And C, football enjoys the loyalty of millions of supporters. It's not difficult. D, political often creates tension between governments and political instability. And the last question 20. Et la question 20 est déjà revenue, c'est juste pour conclure en beauté. According to the passage, football is often described as a source of political conflict, a universal language that unites people, an outdated form of entertainment, and a dangerous political activity. Which one is it? Si vous vous rappelez bien, on a déjà répondu à cette question d'une autre manière. Donc, ici, football has long been celebrated as a universal language. Okay, so, guys, le prochain cours dans 2-3 jours sera publié et ça va porter sur text number 3, the ban on mobile phones in examination centers. Un thème qui est d'actualité, l'interdiction des téléphones portables dans les centres d'examen. C'est pas seulement au Sénégal, c'est partout dans le monde et c'est un sujet d'actualité. So, Thank you very much for watching. N'oubliez pas de vous abonner. C'était Monsieur Ngom sur la chaîne YouTube Ibrahima Ngom Attitude. Bonne chance encore une fois.